Hola, welcome to my channel. It's me, T, aka Teopatra. And this week I started my cardio. I haven't jumped rope in probably like a year, but I started jumping rope a few years ago. It was actually before COVID, probably like 2018, 2019. And I was doing 1,000 jumps a day. So it's been a year since I've done cardio. But before I jump rope, I always stretch and I warm up my body doing jumping jacks. Jumping jacks are a full body workout, and since jumping rope is also a full body workout, I'm gonna warm up my arms, my legs, and my ankles to let them know that we're getting ready to go in. So I stretch my arms in the beginning. This morning when I woke up, I did stretch. So I already did my leg stretches, my full body stretches. So I did 50 jumping jacks. And as I progress through my cardio, I'll start doing more. But since this was my first day back, this is what I did. I did rest a little bit after my jumping jacks. I was kind of tired already, surprisingly, even though I only did 50 of them. Usually I do like 200, but yeah, so I'm going to warm up my legs doing some jump squats. I don't normally do jump squats, so I was like kind of thrown off by my positioning. So to help me get better into it, I did a regular squat and then a jump squat, and I counted those as one. So I did 10 of them, and after I did 10 of them, I was kind of tired, not going to lie. But I know the more that I get to warming up my legs, as I progress through my cardio, it'll be easier, and then I'll do more than 10. But since this is a beginner's workout, we're not going to do too much. You hear me? So you could just do regular squats if jumping squats are too difficult for right now, which is okay. I would suggest just doing 20 squats. So I do use a jump roping app to calculate the amount of jumps that I do. But since this is my first week doing jumping rope, I'm not going to be counting the actual number of jumps that I'm doing. I'm going to be doing it by time. And then as I progressively post more of these videos, we'll get into doing the 1,000 jumps a day. Now, I did do more than 1,000 jumps. Like I said, I've been jumping rope for a few years. Even though it's been a while since I've done jumping rope, I can knock out 1,000. It's very easy, actually. But when we get, I will do on and off, timed workouts one week and then interval workouts, the next week based on counts and jumps. So the goal here is to do 1 minute on and then 1 minute on and 15 seconds break in between. I wanted to do a max time of 15 minutes for my jumping rope. Now, there were times that I stopped. Like I said, this is my first week back, so I was just getting into the hang of it. But my only suggestion would just be to make sure that your hands are at your hips, so that way you don't have your arms up too high or too low, and you want to keep an even pace. Also, what I've noticed is that it's good for me, I have the tendency to want to breathe through my mouth, but as I've worked on my breathing through my cardio, I just make sure that I keep my mouth together and I focus on my breathing through my nose. And it's actually easier to knock out the jumping ropes when you're focused more on your breathing than you are actually focusing on jumping. Don't worry about jumping too high, but try to get your feet enough off of the ground. For me, I stay on my toes. And in the next video, I'll figure out how to add the little time sound where I am jumping for 1 minute and then 15 seconds off. But you saw me checking the time on my phone here. So although, like I said, I am utilizing an app, which I'll put in the description box which app I'm using. The app counts your jumps, and it also connects, if you have an iPhone, it connects to the health app, but it counts your jumps, and it also lets you know like how long you've been jumping. So it tells me each minute. And although it does tell me the time, I'm going by my phone because there were times where I did stop, so I kind of was counting on my own. And this is the first time that I've actually jumped by time. I usually jump by count. And I got to the point where I can easily knock out 200 jumps straight. And then I got to the point where I could knock out 500 jumps straight. But I'm easing myself back into it because before 1,000 jumps would take me like 35 minutes. But for the month of February at least, or for the rest of the month, I'm looking to make sure that I only am jumping for 1 minute on and 15 seconds off. But what I meant to say was I'm only making sure that my cardio jumping rope goes no longer than 25 minutes. The goal is to do 15 minutes. The ultimate goal through my time workouts is to jump straight, like jump 1 minute straight, 15 seconds off, and to the point where I can jump 2 minutes straight, 15 to 30 seconds in between. Then I want to be able to jump 3 minutes straight, 30 seconds in between, 4 minutes straight, and so on. I want to be able to jump 10 minutes straight, but I'm not there yet. I don't know when I'll be there, but for right now, that's why I said I'm not worried about 1,000 jumps, because you'll see at the end how many I ended up doing. And that was with me stopping. So if I didn't stop as much as I did, and also I don't think I had the app going the whole time, but if I didn't stop as much as I did, I would have probably, I'm sure I did more than it actually calculated. But right here I'm doing I did start with a basic jump, nothing too fancy, even though you see me kind of going in here because I was kind of getting my groove on going. Don't worry about trying to do anything fancy. The goal is to, 1, focus on your breathing, and to 2, make sure that you are keeping a steady, even pace, meaning that your arms are not too high, they're in line with your hips, and you're not jumping too high, but you're jumping high enough to where you can feel yourself getting your workout in. And I didn't really start to sweat until like 13 minutes in. I am wearing a sweatband and a waist trainer here. So, yeah. And hopefully in my later videos, there won't be as much talking and you'll just be able to jump along. But like I said, since this was my first day back, it was kind of a lot, like, for me to try to get my groove going. And since the new year started, I have been working out 6 days a week. But I have not incorporated cardio because I did kind of lose the weight that I wanted to lose, but I still am toning up the remaining fat that I have, body fat that I have, and I'm toning it into muscle because I still do have like bra fat, back fat, and belly fat that I'm trying to tone up, and like leg fat. It may not look like it, but I'm trying to tone the fat that I have in my body, and I feel like I still have a little bit of chubbiness on my chin that I want to tone, but that'll be toned when I get into my gua sha and my face yoga, which I will also start posting that as well. So you guys definitely should stay tuned for the videos that I post, that I'm going to be posting. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet, but they are fitness related and it'll be very exciting. I'm going to keep posting all my jumping ropes. So this for me is day 1 and week 1 of my cardio, even though I've been working out since the new year started. But this past week, I've been kind of lazy. I haven't really worked out, but I told myself that I was going to get up and do cardio today. So today is Thursday that I'm recording this video and posting it. And Thursday is ruled by the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter rules over the legs and thighs. So my cardio days are going to be Thursday, Friday, and Tuesday. And when those days come, I'll explain why. But for right now, it's Thursday, and I woke up early in the morning and I stretched, and I just got into it. So yeah, this week is going to be focused on basic jumping, nothing too serious, even though I am doing I don't know if this is considered a box step or not, but yeah. I highly recommend taking a break whenever you need it. It's very real to feel tired. So don't be upset with yourself just because you have to stop for a second. It's better to stop and catch your breath than to pass out. I know from experience. So, like you can see here, there are moments where I'm trying to get my groove going and then I might stumble over the rope. That happens. So, don't beat yourself up about it. A second ago, you could hear the app ticking each time I made a jump. And you can hear the pace that I was going at. I was trying to keep an even pace because this is a beginner's workout and it's not really focused on the movement and the speed per se. It's mostly about focusing on your breathing and getting at a pace that's comfortable for you. And there are going to be times, like especially when you're not used to jumping rope, there's going to be times where it's hard for you to just do a few without tripping over the rope and stopping. And even if you don't trip over the rope, you might just get tired, just like you see me here. Like I was starting to have the stiff walk just because my legs was getting tired. So once you start feeling like you want to add some dynamic jump steps or whatever, whether you go side to side, forward, back, box step, alternate, whatever, just do you. But focus in the beginning when you first start on your breathing and making sure you keep your arms at the right angle.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 minute.
I kind of was in the final stretch here, so I started going in. And it just went to burnout. There was a part that I did cut out where I took a break for like a minute. And I would recommend not taking a break for longer than 30 seconds because the longer you break, the harder it's going to be back to get your groove in because you're going to be tired. So this is me making my 15-minute mark. And at the end, I'm going to show you how many steps I ended up doing. But pace yourself and go at your own pace. And at first, it may not even be easy for you to just do maybe 10 or 50 or 100. But as you progress and you work on your breathing and align your breathing with your jumping position, you'll definitely see improvements over time. I got the penguin walk going. But y'all, I ended up doing 1,606 steps, 1,606 jumps, not steps. That is all. Thank you so much for watching.